Welcome to a new episode of Good News. I'm your host, Alyssa Weston. We're going to begin this episode by revisiting Simon and Matt's recent trip to the Vina agency to speak with the newly established Chicago office. Tommy Vina started at Arias agencies in 2008 and quickly grew to one of the top RGAs. He helped with the initial build of our agency, and now he's building his own.
On our way to head to the Windy City to go visit the Tommy Vina agency.
Chi-Town, come on, we're coming for you, Chi-Town. My first time in Chicago, I'm excited.
Good morning, welcome. This is a work in progress, as it always is. I tell people, like Simon said, when you come into the office, it's like there's construction barrels all around, because we're always going to be building. There's always going to be men at work, women at work, people at work. So they're imaginary or metaphorical, but we're going to be always working around here.
One of the things that I love the most about AIO is it does not discriminate against your age, sex, weight, race. You see a lot of discriminatory things all over the world, all over the news. Right here in business, it doesn't care what party you vote for. Don't care how tall you are.
Those of you guys that have, you're starting out in this agency right now, the opportunity's never been greater. You got the perfect storm of a brand new agency. It's only one time to be brand new. You can only be there in the beginning when Apple started. You can only be there in the beginning one time when Verizon started or whatever. Opportunity Unlimited will never change. I'll leave this company, Tommy will be gone from this company, and Opportunity Unlimited is still gonna thrive. They told me when I first started it was recession, depression proof. 2008 hits. I opened up my first office like COVID hit and you opened up yours. Opened up our first office 2008, recession. They told me it was recession, depression proof. Now we're about to find out. Mom quit her job, was working with me, 3 people. We blew it up. Dominated, smash records. COVID hit, dominated. 3 times since COVID hit, we had 3 record-breaking months, all-time agency history. Depression, recession proof, they told me it is. It works if you work.
SA Kevin Farron, former coach at Stevenson University, reflects on what inspired him to make a career change before starting at Arias agencies.
25 years old, just turned 25 this year. Blessed to be 25. I was born and raised in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Moved here when I was 10 years old. Life happened, moved to Maryland. As you guys can see behind me, I do have my degree, but the greatest accomplishment I've done is what I started this year. The reason I say this is because I am 7-8 months into this business, and I have made more money in 7-8 months than anything I've done prior to that. Before that, I was a coach at Stevenson University, so I was a college coach. And as I'm sitting in the office, I remember one of these coaches told me, man, I can't wait to retire at 60, 65 and start traveling with my wife, and that hit me so hard. Then I looked for an opportunity where I could be an entrepreneur, but at retirement at 60, 65, I can make that happen within 5 to 10 years. To me, that clicked a little different. To me, that meant a little bit more.
During our recent visit to Nebraska, we caught up with Connor White, who found Arias agencies after being laid off from his last job and amid a cancer diagnosis. Here's White reflecting on his first 90 days.
I got pulled into this opportunity that changed my life. Prior to that, at the timeshare business, my big dream was I wanted to make $1,000 by 100,000 by 30. That was my mission, that was my dream. I thought that's success. And if I can get 150, 200, then wow, I'm really killing it. Within my first 90 days, I'm making in a month more than what I made in 3 months at the job I thought I was killing it at. And it really kind of puts into perspective what you should expect out of yourself, what I expected out of myself, what my ladder of success should look like, and what it could look like, what I thought was possible and what actually is possible. It's something that you realize.
SA Desiree Moore is already back on the grind shortly after giving birth. Here's what she had to say about working postpartum.
As you can see, I have a 2-month-old, his name is Christopher, and I also have an 8-year-old named g.r.i.n.d. Virtual has been a blessing. Coming off maternity leave, I made $9,000 this week, and virtual is amazing. I can do it from home, I can do it here in the office, and the fact that I can make time for my kids and able to help families as well, it works out. I can't ask for anything better.
this week's Motivations from Management, we're hearing from the top MGA and RGA year-to-date, Brody Evanson.
All right, what's up, Arias Agencies? I'm Brody Evanson, and today I want to talk to you about the power of influence. So let me give you 3 key questions for you to ask to help better assess your current situation when it comes to influence. The first question is, who am I around? So take a note of the major people that you often associate with and evaluate everyone who's within that circle of being able to influence you. Don't spend heavyweight time with lightweight people. So who am I around? The next question is, what are they doing to me? So what have they got me doing? What have they got me listening to? What have they got me reading? What have they got me thinking? So you've got to make a serious evaluation of how others are influencing you negatively and positively. Here's the final question, is that okay? So maybe the people you associate with and their influence is okay. On the other hand, maybe it's not. All I'm suggesting is take a close and serious look. Everything deserves a second look, especially the power of influence. So both positive influence and negative influence can have a huge effect on your life, and both will take you somewhere. But only one will take you in the direction that you truly, truly wish to go. So it's easy to let influences change our lives, to let influences change our direction. The big question is, are you letting yourself become what you wish to become? So after you ask yourself those questions, you may come to the conclusion that there are some people that you just have to eliminate and break away from. Now this isn't easy, but it is necessary. And it may be a choice that affects your life. Or you might just want to limit your time with certain people. So it's easy to put time and effort into the wrong place. Spending 3 hours watching a football game and 30 minutes on scripture, now that's called out of balance. So consistently be aware of the power of influence and watch things around you start to change and make a positive impact on your life. Thanks, guys.
As we've mentioned before, we're gearing up for LDS and the end of the year awards, so make sure you're getting your registration in, and we look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for watching another episode of Good News. For more information on all the great things we have happening within our agency, visit our social media pages and our YouTube channel. Until next time, I'm your host, Alyssa Weston.